Anybody of you? Can you explain what, in which case you can say that the signal is discontinuous? Only when the signal touch the zero axis. If any signal, always remember, if any signal touches zero axis, that means that signal is discontinuous. But in the previous case of buck converter or step down converter, what we have seen, it was not touching zero axis. It has a shift from zero axis, that overall all total the signal is shifted by some amount from zero axis. So the signal is not discontinuous, it is continuous signal. But if I need to explain at where it will be discontinuous, or at how much value we should put so that the system should not be discontinuous, so that much of amount of any signal, suppose any voltage or resistance or whatever you need to put to make it continuous, that is called critical value of that element. Okay, so here we can see that this is the range. In the previous day also we have seen that our signal started from this value, and this way it was going on. Okay, so uh, this is actually the range, and there the signal is continuously charging and discharging, but it carries a certain value that is above zero, and so it was discontinuous. Now here in this signal you can see that it is drawn in such a way that the signal is coming to zero, or the signal is starting from zero. So it is assumed, so here it is being assumed that ripple current is starting at zero. Zero means discontinuous. So uh, here il is not equal to mm, delta L by 2. So here il this value is greater than delta IL by 2, and if delta IL by 2, then what will happen? And if IL equal to delta IL by 2, then the what will be the waveform? So if this is being delta IL by 2, this total thing, then the waveform will be discontinuous. And from that we can get that IL in the previous value, what we have got in IL value, the value of IL is equal to VDC minus D duty ratio into VDC by 2L into dt, and I naught equal to V naught by R, output voltage by resistance. So that output voltage is dVdC by R. So VDC into 1 minus D into dt by 2L, that is this value. Since you can see that I naught, the output voltage, is equal to the inductive current only. So in that case, if it is IL, then that IL should be equal to I naught, and we will get the value from this, the resistance, which is called critical parameter resistance. Just a minute. Okay, so this is critical parameter. So this is our resistance, that is minimum resistance which is required to get the value to be discontinuous, to be continuous. And the inductance from this we can get LCR is 1 minus d into t by t RCR by 2. If I put the RCR value, then we will get the critical inductance also. And for the capacitance, what you have to do, output voltage V naught equal to delta V naught by 2. So from that also we will get the critical capacitance. So minimum that much of capacitance you have to maintain to make it continuous. So the condition for continuous or boundary condition is IL equal to delta IL by 2 equal to I naught. And I naught is equal to VDC into D by R, or ultimately it will be equal to delta IL. So actually no ripples means continuous conduction. So to get the continuous conduction for fixed duty ratio, it will be continuous when the K is greater than KCR, that is the critical value, or it will be discontinuous when the value is less than critical, and boundary condition is what? When critical value is equal to K. So these are the points when we will get the different condition of conduction. Suppose 1 minus d equal to 0.5, so 2L by RT, that is this value 1 minus d equal to 12 by RT, that value should be greater than 0.5. Okay. So if it is greater than zero point 0.5, then it will be continuous conduction, or if it is equal to zero point 0.5, then it will be having boundary condition, and if it is less than, then it will be discontinuous. Okay. So this is the condition for continuity of the signal. So the continuous conduction can be achieved by decreasing the switching time or switching frequency. That means increasing decreasing switching time means increasing switching frequency. So MOSFET will serve this purpose, because to get continuous conduction, MOSFET will be chosen for increasing switching frequency. Now let us start boost converter. This is the boost converter circuit diagram. In the previous case, what we have seen, inductor was at this position and switch, here it is shifted, now switch was in this position. So when in this condition, when switch is closed, when the switch is closed, diode will be turned off. The circuit is separated. So the equivalent circuit will be like this. So during switch on, the voltage across the inductor is LDIL dt into on time means dt, and that is equal to VDC. Resistance capacitance, capacitor is carrying current, inductor current IL, is equal to 0, and that is equal to C dV naught dt into dt. So this is the inductor current, which is equal to the capacitor current plus the load current. Load current means V naught output voltage by resistance, and that into on time. So during on time we get the current of inductor, which is equal to this. Now when the switch is on, or so when the switch is open, then what will happen? Switch open means inductor polarity will be changed, and the current will flow in the same direction, and more positive polarity at diode side, so diode will become forward biased or short circuited. Therefore switch will not be there. The relation between inductor current and diode current is that they will be same. So applying KVL equation, we get L didt into off time plus, that is equal to VDC minus V naught into 1 minus D into T. Okay. So what is happening when the switch is closed? The supply voltage was not coming, and you can see in this picture that so when the switch is closed means this way. So the it is open circuited, so supply voltage was not coming. It was charging the inductor. So L didt equal to VDC. Now for this case also, so supply voltage was not coming outside, so output voltage was not there. So for this case, now you can see that output voltage VDC minus output voltage will be equal to that inductive drop. So by applying KCL to the node, what we can get that IL, the inductive current into off time, equal to C dV naught dt into off time plus V naught by R. So same inductive current will be obtained, only the thing is the off time is multiplied. Now we will equate the voltage equation. Um, let us add the currents. Okay, so we will get the off time current and on time current. So let us add this. So if I add, then you will get this kinds of equation: L dIL dt plus L dIL dt on time and off time. So we will get this value. According to volt second equation, left side will be 0, because this is the voltage equation. We are equating the voltage equations. So what is being charged during the on time? Inductor is being charged during on time, and it is losing its charge during off time. So the ultimate charge will be equal to 0. So it will become 0. So this is the volt second equation. Now left side is 0. Now if I can multiply this side, you will get this value, VDC by 1 plus this way we will get, and from this ultimately we will get the output voltage equal to VDC by 1 minus D. This is the average output voltage of boost converter. Now Again, if you equate the current equations, that is this one and this one, if I equate, then we will get the from current ampere second balance, since there is no load current during on duration, we will get this value 0 plus IL into 1 minus D into T equal to this. So from that we are getting IL value, that is equal to I naught, that is the output current by 1 minus D. So according to power relation, that is the Vs into Is, that is source voltage into current, source current should be equal to output voltage into output current. And so Is equal to V naught by Vdc into I naught. So that is equal to I naught by 1 minus D. Therefore, I naught equal to Is into 1 minus D. So VDC is less than V naught, or output voltage is greater than uh, the supply voltage, and output current output current is greater than input. Output current is less than the input current, or the source current. So it is step up, it is like step up transformer. So it is also known as DC equivalent transformer or step up transformer. Step up, high voltage output, high output voltage and low output current. That is the significance of a step up converter, or the boost converter. Boost means to increase. Okay, similar way we can draw this waveform, IL waveform. Okay, so this is to draw the IL waveform. So during on state means uh, when the switch is closed. When the switch is closed, what happened? Then the uh, inductor is being charged, and the supply voltage is drawn through the switch, and since the path, in this case you can see, uh, so this was the previous thing. When the switch is closed, what happens? That the switch is closed means this path will be continuous. So there is nothing to restrict. So no restriction is there. Total current will pass through this. Since diode is there, it will not follow this path. It will follow this path. So it will be shorted, or the total current will pass through this way. Okay. So if it is so, then what will happen? Inductance will be charged. So L DIL dt equal to VDC, the supply voltage. Now, if I integrate this, then we will get the IL value, and that is equal to VDC by L, that into during on time. On time we have discussed that equal to D into T. And what is D? D is the duty ratio, since D is equal to T on by T. So D into T will be equal to T on. Okay. So that into on time, because during on time it will be obtained. So IL will get the VDC by L dt, and this is the proportional integration constant, and that is actually the minimum value of inductance. This is our integration constant. Minimum value, that is at zero position, the minimum inductive voltage current is IL minimum. So you'll getting this. So this is for on time. Now for off time means during switch is open. So switch is open means the current will flow through the diode. So there the output voltage we can obtain. So the output voltage will be lesser than the input voltage. So VDC minus output voltage equal to LDIL dt in that case. Now from by integrating we will get VDC minus V naught. This is also DC by L equal to that into the on time period. That is on time period we are considering that the total time is T. So T minus on time is off time definitely, plus IL max. So now here output voltage is greater than VDC. So its resultant will be negative. Now you can see in this picture, this is the on time dt, and this is the T, the total time. Switch on, switch off. On time plus off time equal to T. So it is the IL current. This is the IL max. You can see that inductive voltage. This is inductive current. Inductive current is first of all it is starting with IL minimum, and it will continue up to this value. This is maximum value of inductance, and in the off time period, that is in the off time, it will be discharged. And the similar way, this minimum minus maximum, IL maximum minus IL minimum is the uh, delta IL, the range of inductive current, and in the midpoint we are considering the IL current we are considering. So this point is delta IL by 2, and the below point is the below point portion is delta IL by 2. So these are the two portion we are getting. Now diode current, here it is shown that diode is on during which period? When it is off. Off mean the switch is open. Switch open means it is considered as off state. And you know, when switch is open, then only the diode is the current is passing through that. So that time the diode is forward biased, and uh, the current will flow. Since the inductive current is flowing through the diode, it will follow definitely the inductive current. So you know that inductive current during off time, it is discharging its value. So the diode current will be like this. Yeah. And this is for switch voltage, switch current, sorry. So during on means closed switch, so it is getting the current value. During off time, no current. So this is switching portion, and this one is the voltage. So when the switch is open, when the switch is closed, then voltage will definitely be zero and current is maximum. And when the switch is open, voltage definitely maximum, and that voltage is VDC minus inductive voltage, because before switch there is inductor. So the current that will pass through switch is equal to VDC minus inductive voltage, and that is actually equal to the output voltage. Okay. So this is the value. Now the inductive voltage comes, and inductive voltage during on time it is VDC. During off time it will be VDC minus V naught that we have already discussed. So this way it will continue. And the circuit is continuous conduction device, so the waveform will not touch zero axis. And this current IL is ripple current, peak to peak current, and its ripple free current will pass through the middle. So this one is the ripple free current. This is the ripple free current. It will pass through the middle point. So delta IL that we have discussed, that is between IL minimum and IL maximum, is the uh, between these two is the ripple current. So delta IL will be equal to IL maximum minus IL minimum. Okay. So this way we are getting the different area of VDC and the area of VDC minus V naught, that is this area, are same. VDC area and VDC minus V naught area are same. This is on duration, that is off duration. On duration is what? VDC into dt. Off duration is what? VDC minus V naught into 1 minus dt. Okay, these are all the same, and that is why the average value will be 0. Okay. Now for the capacitance, what you have to do for capacitance value in this picture. So this is the capacitance when the switch is closed. You can see when the switch is closed, the capacitor was discharging, and the current we have equal to IL, and that is equal to IC plus I naught when the switch is closed. Now when switch is closed, IC is equal to minus I naught, and when switch is open, IC equal to IL minus I naught. So we can see this picture. So this is IL minimum for inductive current, and this one is the inductive current value, and IC is starting from this. This portion is discharging, this portion is charging. When the switch is open, inductor releases its energy, means IL is decreasing. So therefore when IC equal to IL minus I naught, means when IL is decreasing, IC will be charging. IC is equal to C dV dt. So from that we'll get V naught equal to I naught by d dt. So the area shaded under this curve is the charging and discharging. So we can say that the charge is now balanced. There it will give charge when charge is balanced. So delta Q equal to I naught into dt. This is for capacitance. Now from this we can find out the ripple current, and DIL dt during the on state equal to VDC. So from that we are getting VDC by L into T plus IL minimum, assuming dt equal to T. At T equal to dt, IL equal to IL max. So IL maximum minus IL minimum will be this. So delta IL is the ripple current, that is equal to VDC by L dt. Now when when D equal to 1, you will get maximum ripple current. So delta IL max equal to VDC by L into T. D is equal to 1 for boost converter. This is delta V naught equal to delta Q by C. This is for boost converter, and these are the boundary conditions. So boundary conditions for boost converter is like that. IL equal to delta IL by 2, and so delta IL by 2 means IL means I naught by 1 minus D, and delta IL by 2 is VDC by 2L into the on time. Now I naught is equal to V naught by R. So V naught by R into 1 minus D, that is equal to VDC by 2L into dt. So from that we will get this value. V naught is equal to VDC. V naught equal to VDC by 1 minus D. So putting that value, we will get this value. So this way we get the RCR value. And LCR is this. This is the critical parameters. Similarly, output voltage equal to delta V naught by 2, and from this also we are getting C capacitance value. So this is the capacitor, critical capacitor. So today let us end, and in the next week we will discuss the rest of the portion, that is the how to get the continuous conduction. This was the continuous uh, condition for continuous and discontinuous is already discussed. So this is the condition for boost converter, and some problems we can do. So next day we will solve this problem. Okay. So today I will upload these notes. First of all, see